When I watch Breaking Bad, I feel like this. When I watch Better Call Saul, I feel like this. It's so impressive that a universe could run 2 shows over 14 years with 38 directors and over 120 episodes, and the main argument over the shows are whether or not one of the worst rated episodes is actually their best. But just maybe. The most impressive thing is that even though these 2 shows are set in the same universe, they are 2 very differently told stories. Today I would like to talk about how these shows utilize different pacing to fit with their 2 main protagonists' goals. If you're a filmmaker, writer, or just interested in making something, you can learn from Vince Gilligan, Peter Gould, and their amazing team to really understand how you should pace your content to have it in line with the idea of your protagonist. Both characters on the surface area may seem similar, but when you dive deeper, you see that the differences between them are what led to the differences in the shows. In Breaking Bad, Walter is motivated by more. No matter what point in the show you're on, Walter always wants more. He wants to cook more meth, get more meth sold, and most importantly, make more money. Every step he takes in the show is a step towards getting more. Walt causes things to move fast. He is not a man who's comfortable waiting. Originally, he couldn't wait. The cancer was going to kill him. But after a while, you see that Walt's overall lack of patience is not due to some sort of outward force, rather his own personality. Walt will never be content. He is always on the offensive, and thus this fast-paced, never take a step back attitude really reflects onto the show. Breaking Bad has very few moments of downtime. Just in the pilot, Walter gets cancer, starts cooking meth, tries to kill himself, and then the episode is over. Breaking Bad, just like Walt, rarely takes their foot off the gas. It's a constant push, always getting in the next big point. The show's pacing is not only a reflection of the chaoticness of the drug trade, but also of Walt's own impatience and drive. Now Jimmy, or Saul, or Gene, or whatever you want to call him, is different. Jimmy is a much more complex character. It's hard to tell what he's thinking, what exactly his next move is, or the direction he's heading. Which is actually pretty ironic, considering with Jimmy, we do actually know where he is going to end up. Jimmy's more complex character necessitates a slower pacing. A lot of the show is spent with Jimmy, what he's thinking, and what he's feeling. It's slow, it's contemplating. They need to keep the pace slow, let things build. It takes 8 episodes for us to learn Chuck's true intentions. Mike spends an episode checking his car for a tracker piece. There's a 3-minute scene of him taking apart his car. Better Call Saul really leaned into the fact that it is not afraid to let the audience sit and think about what exactly they're watching on the screen. So when creating something, consider your characters. What are they thinking? What are their goals? Be aware of how the different parts of your stories interact, and use that awareness to create cohesive stories. The greatest part of both Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul is their consistency. You could argue there is not one bad episode out of the 120. Can you name any other show that doesn't have one bad episode out of 120? The writers are able to understand how to keep a story consistent, interesting, and cohesive. Remember, when writing your stories, remember your characters. If you remember that, you'll keep your pace. You'll write something great. Thank you for watching.